So today we're continuing right along in Module 4 to Lesson 19. So remember, today's Lesson 19, tomorrow will be Lesson 20. Very good. And then Friday you have your weekly check-in, which is from all the way from Lesson 13 to Lesson 20. Okay, today your learning goal is to be able to solve multi-step word problems by using what you know about converting units of measurement. Remember the week before the break we had a quiz where we had to convert different units of measurement? We're going to kind of revisit that and review what we know about that and then take a look at how to convert measurements within a word problem context. We always start with writing what we have. We always write out this side first. So we write 30 centimeters. And we're going to keep our units the same. What's our starting units? What's our starting units? Centimeters. So we're going to keep it the same. So we're going to say that this is 30 copies. And we always put it in parentheses of 1 centimeter. Do you guys agree that 30 centimeters is 30 copies of 1 centimeter? Yeah. Then we just write an equal sign. We don't need to write the left-hand side anymore. We're still having 30 copies of something, but now I want to change it to my new units. What's my new units going to be? Meters. So I want it to still be in parentheses, but it's going to be meters. Now, I need what's in my parentheses to be equivalent. So show me with your fingers, how big is 1 centimeter? Show me now how big is 1 meter. So if I only have 1 centimeter, is that going to be a whole meter or a fraction of a meter? Very good, because it's less. 1 centimeter is smaller than 1 meter, so our conversion is going to be less than 1. How many centimeters are there in 1 meter? 100. It takes 100 centimeters all lined up in a row to make 1 meter. So if I just take 1 centimeter, that's 1 out of how many total centimeters? 100. So it's equal to 1/100th of a meter. Okay. Now I just need to multiply because I know I'm ready to multiply because my units are my new units. So I have 30 times 1 over 100 meters. How do I write that as a single fraction? Well, 30 times 1, right, over 100 meters, which is the same as 30 over 100, which is the same as 3/10 of a meter. Now, can we write that as a decimal too? How would we write that as a decimal? 0.3 meters. Today you can write it as a fraction or as a decimal. Okay. This problem says Martin buys 12 ounces of granola. What fraction of a pound did Martin buy? If a whole pound of granola costs $4, how much did Martin pay? Take a moment right now and write down number 1 and write down what the question's asking. Here's a hint. I think there's 2 questions, so there's 2 things you need to write down. Then write number 2 and circle the important information. Okay, the first thing we're trying to figure out is what fraction of a pound of granola did Martin buy? And then also, how much did he pay, right? So of course the important information is that he bought 12 ounces. So we're trying to convert 12 ounces, and we're trying to see ounces, good. We're trying to see how many pounds that is. Isn't this first part just like the conversion problems we just did? Yeah. So we have to figure out 12 ounces is how many pounds? Well, we know 12 ounces is 12 copies of how many ounces? 1 ounce. Then we know that that's 12 copies. We want to change it to what units? To what units? Pounds. Good. So is 1 ounce bigger or smaller than a pound? Smaller. How many ounces does it take to make 1 pound? How many? 16. So if I only have 1 ounce out of a total of 16, what fraction do I have? 1/16. Good. And then I can multiply. That equals to 12 over 16 pounds. Can I simplify that? Yeah, 12 and 16 are both divisible by what number? 4. What's 12 divided by 4?
3.
What's 16 divided by 4? 4. So that means that Martin bought 3/4 pounds of granola. That answers the first question. Now the second question asks, how much did he pay? Well, a whole pound costs $4. So did Martin have to pay a whole $4?
No.
Because did he buy a whole pound?
No.
He only bought 3/4 of a pound. So he's not going to have to pay the full amount, $4. He's going to have to pay what fraction of that amount? 3/4 of $4. Right? Can we solve that? We know the word of really means what? Times. So it's 3/4 times 4, which equals to 3 times 4 over 4, right? And then these are similar factors, so I can replace them with 1. So it's basically dividing that by 4 over 4. And what am I left with? So how much money did Martin need to pay? $3. So this question has 2 answers. That's why it's a multi-step problem. Step 1 is what we did in red, the conversion. And step 2 was what we did in blue, figuring out how much Martin had to pay.